This is the reason why cold calling is not dead. It's because when you do reach an executive, they don't get that many calls, and it's a great way to convert conversations. Let me explain what that means. I've had a lot of conversations with tons of reps, and they are afraid of cold calling because they don't exactly know what to say. And also, they're typically afraid to talk to the executive. And most executives I speak to say, look, I don't even get that many cold calls. All I get is a lot of LinkedIn messages that are spam and spray and pray emails. So, if that's the scenario, how do we combat that? Well, when it comes to cold calling, the whole thing is when they zig, we zag. And so that means that from a cold calling perspective, because less people are doing it, you should be actually taking action on it. So here's my framework when it comes to a cold call. I call it the fisherman's framework. Don't know if any of y'all fish out there. I've gone a couple times. It's quite fun. I'm not incredible, by the way, so just relax, but like it's quite fun. And we've realized from a fisherman standpoint, if you go out there, you have your rod, you have your bait, you throw out your cast, and you're waiting for someone to actually bite the bait, which is the fish. The fish actually bites the bait, but you have to reel that fish in. Well, it's the same thing with cold calling. When you make calls, you finally get someone on the line, you have to say the right value prop to reel someone in to actually have a conversation with you. And so the important thing here is that we have to treat the cold calling when we finally get someone in, how do we reel them in with the right information? So you need to have a very strong introduction. You need to hook them in with a clue. You need to provide a value prop, and then you have to handle some objections, close the call. That's how it typically goes. And so when you think about a intro, you need to have a powerful introduction, or I like to just call it a pattern interrupt, like something that's completely different. So for example, one of my favorite introductions is, "Hi Sally, thanks for taking my call. Hey, look, I know I'm calling you out of the blue. However, do you have a few moments to chat?" The reason that works so well is because it's different. I did introduce myself. I thanked them for taking the call. I laughed. I asked for moments to chat. And that typically goes very well, and people are very open. And then once they say, "Yeah, what do you want?" I say, "Hey, yeah, my name is Morgan Ingram from AMP. And the reason for my call is," and then I go into my reason right there. Right. And so the core component of that is, now that I said the reason for the call, they're more likely to hear me out. And this is where I could say the reason for my call is I looked at your website, saw you're hiring SDRs, and inside of the responsibilities, it said that you're looking to get your team equipped for cold calling and have some cold calling frameworks that's been really successful. That's 3x the call output and also 2x conversion rates. I want to see if that's something currently on your radar to improve your team on cold calling. So you notice how I did that there, right? I asked that leading question, and now we're in a conversation. Cold calling can be very fluid as long as you understand your introduction, your value prop, and how to handle objections. Pausing, acknowledging, and asking questions is how you handle objections. It's not crazy. That's exactly how you go about it, and that's how you're going to win, right? At the end of the day. So these are things that you can focus on, and ultimately at the end of the day, how you will win when it comes to cold calling. And now that I've talked about cold calling, you can check out some live cold calls that I've reacted to, some templates, and some best practices on how you can start implementing this today. The whole goal here, right, y'all, is to be confident in what you do so that you can make good cold calls.